Okay, so if I hit start here, be the program, go red. Thank you. Okay, now, fetching video stream. Please fetch. Yes! Fetch. God, I'm so glad it worked. It wasn't me yesterday, it was Facebook.
Facebook?
Facebook, who is 33% down for the year. They are hurting. You know what? I think they knew about all this Russian shit going on. They just wanted to take the income. They didn't want to, you know, they're like any slut out there. They wanted to take the income. But man, they're paying the price now. Okay, let's look at... Let me get this camera on you guys. You clowns. Okay.
Uniform? What? What uniform is that?
I'm a firefighter volunteer at the Big Alternatives.
What, where?
Big Alternatives.
He's a male stripper on the weekends.
Yeah, there you go. It's funny, on the way in, the girl kid parties and school events.
Shit, man, I don't want to take
I had a girl.
Yeah, here's a good one.
What was the
I had a girl
YMCA?
The girl asked me on the way in. She goes,
I'll get it back when I'm done.
I'm making a calendar. Do you want to be in my calendar? I'm like, what kind of calendar? She's like, well, it's going to be closed off firemen. I'm like, you don't want me in your calendar. This uniform hides a lot, sweetie, but thank you.
I can't believe it. Everything just came up and worked perfect. I'm like, holy shit. It's Friday. Hey, remove the cup. She puts that cup on her camera. If the cup's on there when I turn everything on, it'll stay in black and white mode. Tell me that's not the weirdest shit ever. I can't figure out why it would do that.
Why camera's covered up?
I don't know. She likes that black and white.
Is it, well, because when you look at her on the thing, it gives her a weird color.
Oh, maybe the...
sorry, guys, I got to give this budget right off the top. No, I don't. I'm sorry. Abuse this.
It's his way of saying, shut up. Did you get my email about next year?
Yeah. Sorry I didn't respond to your text. That was up in the mountains all last week.
What text?
It was about the light on her dash. Suzanne's.
Oh, it went off. I told her. She put me in there, too. I said, you probably, if you spin the wheels, that thing goes off.
Yeah.
And then it went off.
Probably hit the button when you used the lock.
Yeah. There was something I was going to ask you. I remember.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. And as I like to say, the only show that's going anywhere in the universe. Really, this is. I mean, where else can you call and not be pounded on, or listen to and not be pounded on about politics? Oh, we make comments here and there. Don't take them seriously. I'm not trying to change your politics. I, honest to God, don't care. I really don't. And I don't care about your religion or your sexual orientation. We're all people on this little marble thrust out into the universe, and we're all on here together. And it's a really small family when you look at it from that perspective. So I want to make this a happy family. If you have any problems, you call us, and we'll discuss them. I'm not always going to agree with you. You won't always agree with me. But I'm going to tell you from the bottom of my heart what I think is best. I'm often wrong. I don't say the majority of time, but I'm often wrong when it comes to certain things. When I say often, what should I say? It's not uncommon to be wrong, but not so wrong that the advice would hurt you. It's just that I might change my mind and say, you know what, maybe there was a better way. But that's what this is all about. The benefit I bring is the experience of hundreds of thousands of conversations that I can draw from and experience. No one has talked to this many people over this long of time directly. No one. So I can say I've heard more problems and I've seen more solutions. This hour brought to you by Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. Today is car day. I got my car guys with me. But I think that Mark Wachowski down there at Budget A1, he's doing a crazy great deal. And I don't know how long he's going to keep it going. But here's the deal. If you have, first of all, give 1 hour free diagnostics to anyone. you know, that's a look around and go see. They're not going to tear into anything, but they can usually find a problem on the scope, on the computer in an hour. But here's the deal. If they suspect a transmission problem, and you're probably going to get it fixed. There's no obligation, but you're probably going to get it fixed. You know, in other words, you're not looking to junk the car. They're going to tear open that transmission, and they're going to give you a full, complete diagnosis free of charge. I'm not doing that, by the way, with the dial tone. So anyway, they'll give that to you free of charge. By tearing up, they're going to open up the transmission, remove it, and open it. Now listen to this. What if you were wrong and the car is not worth fixing, and they find something? You're not going to be charged. What if you, after it was torn down, you second checked the prices and found out that another place can do it better and cheaper? Take it with you, no charge. But really, the whole idea is to get your business. But they're going to take that chance. Tear down and diagnose this free. Here's the other part of that. If you already have a diagnosis, they're going to beat it and an estimate by 10% or $250, whichever is saving you more money. I urge you to contact them. 303-781-9858, 781-9858, Budget A1 Transmission on South Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. And please let me know if you've done this and how it works out. We hold people to task when it comes to their advertising. We investigate them all. So anyway, speaking of transmissions, Kimmer Transmissions here, and he does regular auto repair too. Jeff Vick, how you doing, Jeff? And Tom's here, Tom Maggio from up north, and he has
hands-on,
of course, hands-on auto tech.
Always a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Tom. You got your firefighter suit on. You're a volunteer firefighter.
Have you ever been called up to, like, say, the Hayman fire way back when or anything like that?
No, I'm only about 3 years old on the force right now. So.
Anyway, do you offer, Tom, what's your service area up there in Longmont? You're in Longmont.
We're doing Longmont, Firestone, Dacono. We get some people out of Boulder.
And you offer loaners?
We have loaner vehicles, free courtesy vehicles, shuttle service.
Okay.
And our best things are 3-year, 36,000-mile nationwide warranty.
Cool. Paula called, and she is blind. Spare me the politically correct term. I don't know what it is. I call it blind.
Visually impaired.
Okay, good. She's blind, and she needed a cane. And I don't know what happened. She's on Social Security disability, right, Paula? You're also on starting to get Medicare and Medicaid, right? But anyway, in this process, you couldn't get this cane covered, all of it. For I don't know why. A certain cane they'll cover, but not the one tall enough for you. It all comes down to that. Doggone it. So many people wanted to help you when they heard your story. We were going to help you. Everyone wanted to help you pay that difference. So there is no doubt you were going to get that cane. But something else also happened. Suzanne. Okay, so we're going to get you that cane. There's not going to be any additional charge, Paula. And Paula, thank you for calling us. Did someone tell you to call? How did you find out about us? I'm always curious. Oh, well, good, Paula. Thank you. You know, many people who we help never listened. They just, heard about us because someone said, oh, you got to call that Martino guy. And then some people say, oh, yeah, that Tom Martino guy. I've been around so long, some people don't even know I'm still around. And then other people think because I left TV, I left everything. So spread the word. Martino's here, and I'm going to help you. Even if you don't like me, spread the word. Martino's a big jerk, but he's still on the radio. Let them decide for themselves. Marcia, what's going on in your life? Hi, Marcia. What's happening? I'm doing good. Now, what's going on with your lease? Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Usually a lease requires better credit than a purchase.
Yes,
but in any
exactly.
case, it doesn't matter. You decided to lease, right?
Right.
Okay.
So this was back in 2015.
Was this a new or used car?
It was a used car. It was a 2008 Nissan.
No one
Altima.
should ever lease a used car ever. That's the first rule of thumb. The only reason you should ever lease is for a new car. And I can get into the reasons, but I won't bore you. So you leased a used car.
We didn't know we were leasing it until the very end.
Well,
when we signed the contract, he said we had to put you as this had to be leased.
You should have walked away, Marcia. You should have walked away. I mean, there's not much I can do when people say we didn't know, but we signed it. So anyway, you leased a car, but what's the problem? Maybe we can still help. What is the problem?
Oh, yeah, I think you can help. With the contract came, we signed a paper on insurance where we would cover the bodily and the liability, and they would cover the rest of it.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you signed? What did you sign? When you get insurance, you get insurance, period. I don't understand. They were going to insure part of the car, and you were going to insure part of the car?
Yes, it's CPI insurance.
Why would you? Can I ask you why you would do that?
Just because I didn't know what this was going to cost us $18 a week. That would come out of our payment.
No, why didn't you just go get regular insurance? This sounds cockamamie to me.
I know.
Tell me why. Did they suggest that you buy the insurance from them?
Yes. It was told. He had us sign it that day, and we had 20 days to decide how we wanted to do it. But he...
What is this document you gave me, Suzanne? What is it?
What she told me, Tom, was they weren't covering the repairs on the vehicle. I said, I've never heard of a company that covers repairs when they lease you a car. I said, send me the documentation. That's what she sent.
Well, are we talking about a repair, or are we talking about insurance? What are we talking about?
Well, that's where it all comes together, because we had our car broke down in Texas, and it was the transmission.
But that's not insurance. Insurance does not cover a broken down car. That's called an extended warranty.
But this one said the CPI was going. Okay.
Listen, Marcia, listen. You leased a car, okay, and you leased it, and then where did you get your car insurance? Where did you get insurance? You said you carried some kind of insurance.
The General.
Huh? The General. And under the General, what kind of policy did you have from the General?
It was bodily injury and liability.
Okay, so you had just liability insurance for the car.
Yes, I did.
That's all. Hold on. That's all you're required to carry. And so you got the state minimum on the car.
Right.
Okay.
With the lease, we couldn't have just the state minimum.
No, because
we had to have full coverage.
The lease demanded full coverage. So why didn't you go to the General for full coverage? Why did you go to CPI?
Because we had already signed the paperwork for $18 a week to be taken out. Okay,
so anyway, when you get coverage from the leasing company, it's the worst deal you can get. But it says here, this lease requires you to obtain and have physical damage insurance with a maximum deductible of $500. In other words, they want to make sure you can fix this car. It says, and you have to name Herbie's Auto Sales as a payee. So they're saying, look, if we're going to let you lease this car, we're demanding that you have insurance, okay? If you do not provide evidence of insurance, we may insure our interest. Now listen, what they're saying, creditor-placed insurance, you're all wrong about what you think you have, but it's imperative that you wait and hear what you do have. Hold on. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Speaking of cars and insurance and breakdowns, John Fuller is someone I want you to be acquainted with. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney, and I hope, of course, you never need him. But if you are ever involved in an accident and have an injury, and you just have questions, you need to call and get answers before it's too late. You can have your rights terminated, violated, expired, depending on what you do. Don't let any time get wasted. Call and get someone who can give you advice free of charge, and that's John Fuller. In fact, even if you hire him, he doesn't charge you unless he collects for you. That's John Fuller, Personalinjuryco.com. No charge. Get information about your accident. 303-597-4500. 597-4500. Do you have the stuff from Jade?
Hey, I found
Oh,
something
yes.
on this driveways, Tom.
Downstairs.
It used to be
Can
called
you go get
Kirby's
it?
Yeah, I'll go
Auto.
print it. It's
The
meaningless.
Consumer
What she's
Financial
done.
Protection
done. She didn't
Bureau.
send us a breakdown of
What is
Went after that
It's just
in
a thing from
2016,
Serpro.
so
It's a
they
thing from Serpro.
rebranded to this drive.
I'll bring it up. I'll go print it and bring it up.
Right, close the old name down. They've supposedly, with the deal with the Consumer Protection Agency,
Mark, I really have to waste
agreed to
time getting it.
eliminate
It's not-
leasing
I'm
vehicles.
telling this guy to send it to me.
Yeah. I asked.
That's what they got in trouble for.
What
Was
did
their
the Dealer License Board tell them?
The insurance
To
company.
do what?
Breakdown
What was
of
the
what-
order?
Well, they just want to give her a final bill.
They were
That's- I
charged
just
with
want- I don't-
abuse of
we don't want
financing
fucking copies
schemes,
of
hiding
final
auto
bill.
finance charges,
Yeah,
and
me too, but
misleading
that's not what we got.
consumers.
Okay.
God, why
They were
can't you
ordered
get
to pay
the simple
$700,000
Stuff
in
we got is
restitution
just,
to people who bought
it's
between
meaningless, the stuff we
2012 and
got.
2014. When did she buy it?
She bought, this one is, I'm turning this on just for...
What do they say when you talk to them?
Serpro?
Yeah.
They said that they're willing to bail out of this for where they're at plus $6,000 or something like that. But if they're tacking $6,000, we need the.
You know what? Let's just get them on. Let's get them on the fucking air.
Moses will pick up the job, but we need the estimate that the insurance company wrote to go through the line items to see what's been done and what hasn't
I
been done.
know.
And we don't have that.
Oh my God, this woman is so fucking stupid. I just can't. I can't fucking believe how people make so many mistakes and then call me and try to talk
She
me
thought
in.
she bought insurance or
It's
warranty.
fast-talking people. Is what it is.
No, okay.
No, fast-talking people.
LSI insurance.
And then, you got a massive
It's
amount of
the
public that
ignorance.
falls for it.
Well, it used to be. Well, we used to call it lender single interest, LSI, but I think it's under a bunch of names.
It doesn't matter. It's an industry name.
Yeah, but still, it's the same thing, and it doesn't cover her at all. It just covers the
What's
lender.
Jade's number?
Let me run down and pull that whole thing up here.
I just want to handle
So
this.
it's almost
This
like
is a big
mortgage
fucking
insurance she
problem.
was paying on the car loan?
It's forced. Meaning, they're telling you, you got 21 days to get insurance, and if you don't, we're going to do it. And if we do it, it even says in here, we're more expensive and we don't cover you. That's what it's telling them. We only cover us.
And they do it all the time.
We don't cover, basically, we don't cover anything. And this woman thinks this is her protection. For a transmission, it's not even in an accident she wouldn't be covered, let alone a transmission.
Yeah.
Why are people stupid? Honest to God, why? This woman doesn't sound stupid. Why would her and her husband think that they had protection for a bad transmission?
No idea.
On creditor-placed insurance.
No idea.
People get nervous, I think.
I disagree with you. What do you mean she doesn't sound stupid? She thought she bought that insurance. Wait, that doesn't sound smart. What do you mean by that? Honest to God, what do you mean by that? Her voice sounds intelligent?
Yes, I'm trying to be kind.
Okay. You're PC, man. But it all comes back to this. She's not stupid in the fact that she doesn't have the mentality to be smart. She was never educated on the basic shit like buying a car or a house, leasing versus purchasing or anything. No one's taught her. It goes back to why don't fucking high schools have some kind of class to teach the basics of life? Who cares how to bake brownies? Or make pottery? Or you know what Gigi Wink told me she took in college? You ready for this? Bowling. Did you know bowling is actually credit? Well, who the fuck goes
for
bowling?
phys ed, Mark. It's for phys ed. You can get
It's
that
not just
credit
phys
doing
ed,
anything.
though. I had a friend that took it and thought it was going to be an easy A. You had to know how many planks were inside the freaking lane and this, that, and
So it's not just bowling.
It's not just bowling. You have to actually learn freaking
I find it. If my kid said he was taking bowling and I was paying for it, I'd fucking slap him over the head. God.
But you know, how many of these parents...
No liberal arts degree, none of this bullshit.
But, you know, I mean, it's not just on the high schools, though. I mean, parents have got to get involved in their kids' lives. You know, teach them to do things like balance a fucking checkbook. It ain't that goddamn hard.
Oh, you have to.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state property taxes or recycling.
Because being a parent...
We make our
is involved.
kids, Miles turned 18, he's got to put half of whatever he makes in his savings, period, end of story. He's got to be focused, he's got to be taking his college credits, he's got to do everything to be living with us or go. That's the way it is, man.
I can dump my kid in the middle of the fucking woods. And either at night he can get himself out by the constellations or the freaking compass.
Or by cell phone.
No, just told you, you don't have any reception.
Speaking of attorneys, I hope you never need. Joe Lazzara is a criminal defense attorney. Joseph A. Lazzara is an attorney at law, and basically, he is there if you get in trouble. Let's put it that way. And most of the people that call him for DUIs and stuff like that. And I hope you never need him. Joe Lazzara, 303-629. Oh, I don't. My computer crapped out, and I don't have his number handy. So give me his number, Suzanne, for Joseph A. Lazzara. You can find him on the referral list. Joe Lazzara, please. Yes. Oh, okay. 429-6200. I'm sorry. 429-6200. He's helped so many of my listeners. But 303-429-6200. But the easiest thing is to get a designated driver, especially with the holidays coming up, okay? Or get Uber or Lyft or a service that can help you. Please don't depend on trying to calculate how much to drink. Joe Lazzara. Okay, I believe by giving consumers accurate information, that's the first thing you do before you can help. So, Marcia, here's what I'm going to tell you. And the reasons, the excuses, everything doesn't matter except now what is the substance of this transaction. You leased a used vehicle in 2015. Is that correct? Okay. The used vehicle, they gave you this notice. And what it says is this, that you must carry physical damage insurance on this vehicle, and you have a certain number of days to get it. If you do not get it, they will put CPI is not the name of the insurance company. It stands for Creditor Placed Insurance. They will put Creditor Placed Insurance on it. That's considered a penalty. In other words, here's what they're saying. If you and your husband do not get insurance on this car, we are going to put insurance on it. It goes further to say this. Not only are we putting insurance on this, but it's going to be more expensive than any other insurance you can buy. It actually warns you of that. And then it also says, and it will not cover you for anything. It will only cover what is owed to the creditor, not a dime more. That means that that's all that they cover. They don't cover you for anything at all. So I don't understand how you think this is a policy for you. This is an emergency placement by a creditor because you failed to get insurance. No matter what they told you, that's what it is. So now my question is, this is insurance. So if you had an accident, the creditor would be paid. How does that translate into a bad transmission in Texas? Why did you think...
No, I'm not even... I was wanting to tell you that...
Oh.
We found out we didn't have this insurance when my husband hit a jackrabbit.
Oh.
We live in eastern Colorado.
Your husband hit a jackrabbit, and what happened?
It damaged the grill. The hood wasn't open.
Right.
What is it?
And what are they saying? So they're saying they're not going to cover you because the car is still drivable, and all it does is cover the creditor. They're not going to fix the car because it's dented up. They don't care.
Tom, can a jackrabbit cause
Who
that
cares?
much damage?
Who cares? I don't care if they hit a rock. It doesn't matter.
Here.
You know, I'm not arguing with you, Marcia. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just telling you what you have. This car could be hail beaten, and they're not going to fix it. They only fix it if you stop paying or if they need to sell it. If it's drivable, they're not going to fix it. It's creditor-placed insurance. It's the bare minimum insurance for when the loan is in trouble due to damage. So, in other words, you're not going to get covered for that jackrabbit damage. You're just...
Sir,
yeah.
We were informed then that there was no such insurance. We were told we had to have full coverage or they would shut the car down. They have a little deal in the car that they can shut it down.
Okay, hold on.
So
what they're saying is they are not placing credit-placed insurance. They did not place the policy on that car.
Yes.
Okay, now, Marcia, that's stupid of them not to place insurance on that. But here's something and I hope you understand this. When they place creditor insurance on that, it's to protect them, but they're not required to do it. If a creditor does not want to do it, they don't have to do it.
But the paper signed saying that...
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. This paper does not say that you have insurance. Marcia, I'm looking at the paperwork. This paperwork simply says that if you don't get insurance, they have a right to put insurance on it. You can't blame them. If I loaned you money and you didn't insure the car, and I was forced to insure it, but I decided not to, I don't have to. It's not some law that makes them cover you. They don't have to. No, Marcia, you're not. Marcia, do you understand? Listen, I don't want to think you're stupid. You know, why do they want... Okay, then listen, then prove it. Listen to this, Marcia. Why do they want you to have insurance? Let's just go there. Why do they want you to have insurance?
Well, to protect the car.
Yeah, they don't care about you, right? They care about the car, right?
The interest.
Okay, but why do they care about the car? Why? Because it's collateral for the loan, right?
Exactly.
Okay. The contract you signed said you must carry insurance. And if you don't, they're telling you that they have the right, they reserve the right, and you agree that they can force insurance on you. It doesn't say they're going to do it. It says that, hey, Marcia, if you don't put insurance on there, I have the right to do it and charge you for it. That's what it says.
Which is fine. We agreed on that.
Okay, but what are you complaining about then?
I'm complaining because they never did it. They
don't have to. Marcia, they don't have to do it. They're just saying they have the right to do it.
But they want their car insured, right? And I signed a paper saying that I'm paying $18 a week
Marcia,
to be insured.
Marcia, that's a penalty.
I'm not being stupid about it. This is what this guy...
Marcia, that's a penalty, okay? Listen, you were supposed to insure it. Why didn't you insure it?
We did.
No, you didn't. You didn't put full property damage.
Like they told us to.
Okay, then you know what? They suckered you because you don't have insurance on this vehicle, and there's no requirement that they put it on there or that they fix your car.
I don't have insurance on it. Sitting in the garage for 5 months.
You don't have insurance on it. You don't have full coverage.
No, I don't.
Right. Because you didn't put it on there.
I would have had if I'd known that this was going on.
Marcia.
We cover our cars.
Marcia, you assumed they were going to put forced insurance on it. That's what you assumed.
That's not what we were told.
That's what this paper says.
But that's not what we were told.
It doesn't matter. What matters is what's in writing. If I call them right now, do you think they're going to say, oh, she's right, we promised her?
But they won't even answer your call, I'm sure, if it comes to the name Churchill.
Marcia, I don't doubt what you're telling me. I don't. But the reality is, right now, this car is your responsibility, not theirs.
We paid $3,000 for insurance that we did not have.
Wait, what do you mean you paid $3,000?
The $18 a week, what we paid for that insurance, we did not have.
Did it say, hold on, this $18 that you paid, was it along with your payment?
Yes.
And did it say that 18, did your coupon say that $18 was for insurance?
Yes.
Wait, it did. If you have a coupon, if you show me a coupon that says so much for this, so much for that, and then $18 for creditor-placed insurance or insurance, then I can help you because they're charging you for something they did not do.
How is that going to benefit her in any way? That's what I want to know.
It's not going to.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to fix her car.
No, but Marcia, even.
I don't care about that.
What do you care about?
I don't care about that anymore.
What do you care about now?
I care about thinking that we had full coverage on a car
Okay.
that we did not have. And if something would have happened, got stolen,
Yeah.
we were in a big accident.
You're right. You're right.
We would have been screwed for the rest of our lives.
Well, you're right, Marcia. You're right. Now listen.
And nobody told us that this insurance wasn't real. Nobody told us that.
But it wasn't full coverage insurance.
It was, Marcia, listen, it was only insurance to cover the creditor, not you. And I don't care if you said anyone told you. That's what this paper says. It says it so clearly that no, I can't believe, and you signed it. You signed it. But there is one point you have. Listen carefully. The point that you have is if truly you have a payment coupon that shows you were paying $18 a month for insurance and you did not have insurance, you should get that money back. Mark, she has a point on that. If she was paying for something she didn't get, she should get her money back. So here's what I think, Marcia. I think you did have insurance, because here's the crazier part, and I know you're not gonna understand this. You won't. It's called blanket coverage. Let me explain this. If I sell 50 cars a year and they're all financed, I finance 50 cars a year. I buy a blanket policy, and the policy actually says that the cars that are uninsured will automatically be insured. And if there's a gap in between, they're going to be insured. So you really probably did have insurance. It's just that it's not fixing what you want fixed. I really can't spend any more time. Have her get me a coupon that proves she was paying $18 a week for insurance. It says insurance. Then I will ask them to prove she had insurance, even with their blanket coverage. That I just need to see something. Speaking of financing, idealhomeloans.com, idealhomeloans.com. The interest rate guarantee is really important right now. Listen, interest rates are not at the lowest. They might go down. They might go up. Whatever happens, though, if you finance or refinance or buy right now, then if rates go down, you will be covered 100%. They will refinance you free of charge for the next 2 years. It's their interest rate guarantee. 303-867-7000. 867-7000, idealhomeloans.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
An iHeart radio station.
With Ross Kaminsky Mornings, Kaplis and Kafer Afternoons, KHOW, Denver. Would you be excited if you won $1,000?
All right, yeah!
It's the 16K a day giveaway. Weekdays, 4 a.m. to 8 p.m.
I'm Jim from Denver, Colorado, and I just won $1,000 on 630 KHOW.
You've got 16 chances a day to win $1,000. All you have to do is listen for the keyword to text at 5 past the hour. It's the 16K a day giveaway.
Fantastic.
On Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
If you're thinking about solar power, think Cam Solar. You can get a free evaluation of your lot to see what it will generate over the next 20 years. Just going to a website and filling out a form. Not only that, they will guarantee that analysis along with a 20-year parts and labor guarantee if you decide to go with their system. They have 3,000 systems going right now. GoCamSolar.com is the website. GoCamSolar.com/troubleshooter. GoCamSolar.com/troubleshooter. Let's talk about Art of Granite. Direct stone importers for granite, quartz, and other natural stone. The material is wholesale to you. Even the tear out and haul away is free. And the bathroom is free when you have the kitchen done. You can get prices on the phone. Just give them a call. Give them some measurements, send them a photo, and you get a price. And if you want cabinets, you get those direct from the manufacturer with a small markup. Give them a call and get your price today. 303-386-5919. artofgranite.net.
Hi, this is Courtney Pierce, president of Buy and Build Incorporated. Gray is all the rage now, and we have a new line of cabinets called Greystone Shaker, which, just like all of our cabinets, are all wood boxes with hardwood fronts and no particle board. But these have soft close drawers and doors, too. We've got Colorado's best prices on all the most popular cabinet colors, and 3 of them are in stock and ready for immediate pickup. Visit our showroom at 4800 Washington Street in Denver or online at buyandbuild.net. That's buyandbuild.net. You will be thrilled with the thousands you save at Buy and Build.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. Now, you've heard heard me talk a lot about stem cell therapy. I've done extensive research, which led me to Centennial Schultz Clinic right here in Colorado. They're internationally recognized for their work with stem cells. They're all MDs, working with true living stem cells harvested from your own fat or bone marrow, then strategically delivered with guided injections. Only full joints, knees, hips, back, shoulders, hands. They can repair most ACL tears with a needle instead of a knife. Before you have surgery, consult Centennial Schultz at 303-963-9201. Explore your options at a true medical regenerative clinic. Centennial Schultz, 303-963-9201. 303-963-9201. And on my referral list at referralist.com.
Rates may apply. Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses right here in Denver? If so, we have an amazing opportunity for you. We're looking for a small group of motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll learn our simple 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local area. This is Than Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Denver area who want to learn how to make money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Denver is a perfect market for my system, and this week I'm holding a free 2-hour educational workshop where you will learn how to make money flipping homes and how to build long-term wealth with income properties.
To get 2 free tickets to Than's workshop, text your 5-digit zip code to 82,000. Seating is extremely limited, so text your 5-digit zip code to 82,000 right now, because this free ticket offer expires this Friday. Just text your zip code to 82,000.
When I went to Dr. Broadway for my NeoGraft hair restoration procedure, I had very high hopes for the results. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky, and now about 2 months later, my high expectations have been exceeded. My wife and my friends and my K-How colleagues have all told me that my hair looks great and natural, because it is, and they can't believe how quickly it's made me look years younger. Talk to Dr. Broadway for your absolutely free consultation to see if you're a candidate for NeoGraft. Learn more at denverhairrestoration.com. That's denverhairrestoration.com.
Napa know-how. Right now, Napa has 5-quart jugs of Pennzoil or Valvoline full synthetic motor oil for $23.99. That's one heck of a deal for all-weather engine protection. So whether you're driving in Phoenix, Arizona, Duluth, Minnesota, or down the street to the grocery store, the right oil for your ride is just $23.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 12/31/18.
Denver's talk station. Online at khow.com.
Hold on, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Today is car day, but I got to say something very quickly about Marcia. Marcia, you dealt with a place called Herbie's. They were cited several times for fraud by the state. They're not a great dealer, and I believe you, Marcia. I hope you're listening. Or maybe, Clint, you can call her and tell her, we believe her. It's just that she doesn't have any paperwork to back her up. I believe they misled you. These guys, Tom, you looked up their record. They have been in trouble a lot. For what? For fraudulent leases and warranties.
Aggressive terms, hiding the actual interest rates, forcing people to buy warranties they didn't need, stuff like that.
So we believe you, Marcia, okay? But the point is that you had force-placed insurance. I want to talk to everyone buying cars. Force-placed insurance is the worst insurance you can have. That's insurance the creditor puts on there to protect themselves when you fail to show proof of insurance. It is a bad, bad deal. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. It's just a bad deal. All right, let's just move on from there. And Herbie's, what are they now? They're also called something else now, but
they're called Drivewise in Greeley. And
Drivewise. And this lease, by the way, the car new was $21,000 from the factory. She bought it in 2015. It was a 2008, and this lease is for $27,000.
What do you expect?
That's
what those places do.
Okay, then we had another guy call and say, I don't like the way Tom talks about people behind the scenes. Okay, our cameras and microphones are on the entire show, even when we go to commercial.
When I remember to switch them.
Yes, but here's what I want to say. I don't care if you like the way I talk. I was talking truthfully. I said, what is it? What is it with some people? They just totally screw up. And they totally make every mistake in the book, then call me and say, can you fix it? Or justify what they did. They justify. Now, I'm not against people. I want to help even people who made stupid mistakes. but sometimes my hands are tied. And I did say some people are so stupid. What makes them so stupid? How can you possibly sign something that says the opposite of what you're being told? How do you do that?
Because they don't read it.
Let's talk to Eric about Uber and Lyft. Go ahead, Eric.
Hey, Tom.
Yes, sir.
So I just want, this is kind of to do consumer alerts and whatnot. This is a consumer message for everybody out there and to make you guys aware. On October 19th and November 9th, respectively, Uber and Lyft cut driver pay by 20%.
Why do we care?
Well, as you promote all the time, use Uber and Lyft.
Well, of course I do.
My God, we complain about Uber and Lyft more than we talk about anything
but no,
good.
Eric's right. I say for drunk driving, use Uber or Lyft, and that's as opposed to a taxi, because when I compare them to taxis, I like them better.
Well, and as we're coming into the holiday season now, a lot of people will be using Uber and Lyft to go to the airport, or to and from the airport, to and from holiday parties.
Right.
I want to make people aware that that the rate that they are being charged has not changed. The rate that the drivers are being paid has been cut depending on the trip.
But Eric,
from 10 to 20%.
Eric, I love people, and I'd love everyone to make money. But why is that a consumer problem if Uber or Lyft cut the rate they pay drivers? For example, if a truck driver gets a raise or if a truck driver gets his pay cut, I don't care. If an emergency room nurse gets her pay cut, I mean, these are things that don't it's not my business. Here's what happens. If enough drivers say, screw you, I'm not doing this anymore, then perhaps they won't do it anymore. I don't know what to say.
I got a question for him, a little outside.
What was Eric hoping to accomplish by this call? I'm not against putting the word out, but are you hoping people have sympathy for the drivers and
give more tips?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I always tip well. I want people to make money.
That's exactly what he wants, which is fine. More tips. But let me ask you something.
Well, let him just
go ahead, finish. I got a question, though.
Go ahead, Eric.
So, I mean, yeah, exactly. Here's a prime example. A trip from Boulder to DIA
more about
is now $40.
Okay, but okay.
And the driver loses money the entire trip.
Then the driver should not take the trip. How about that, Eric? How about that?
I understand that. I understand that, Tom, and that's why I've stopped doing it.
Okay.
I've stopped driving for it. But it's the point of letting people be aware, because if enough passengers are aware of this and they start complaining that they think the drivers are being treated unfairly,
right,
maybe things will change.
That's right. But what will change faster if the drivers just refuse the rides? If all of a sudden Uber and Lyft can't recruit drivers, listen, this happens in labor all the time. If you can't recruit good people, you have to pay them more. So
hey, after a trip, man, and it comes back to me and I rate you, and then it asks for the tip. When I give the tip, do you see that before you rate me or after you rate me?
It depends.
What do you mean it depends? So here's what I'm trying to say. Can people rate me as 1 star if I don't tip, or don't they know? No. Do they know?
Yeah, when do you find out what was tipped? When do you find out?
So let me explain something on what Mark just asked. If I rate you a 1 star or 2 star, that actually triggers a critical safety alert for Lyft and Uber for them to investigate.
What does that mean?
In other words, they may reach out to you, the passenger, or me, the driver, and want to know specifically what happened and what went on, why you're rating somebody 1 star, because that means.
But Eric, I guess what we're asking is this, plain and simple.
No, I understand
well, here's the question: does the amount we tip affect the rating?
Depends on the driver.
Okay. In other words, they can see it. They can see it.
It depends on how fast you tip. If the trip ends and you don't tip for, say, 2 hours later because you weren't paying attention to your phone, the driver might rate you beforehand, but we can go back and change that. I mean, I've rated somebody 4 stars because they were a jerk.
That's a horrible way to do it. It's a horrible way to do it, if you ask me.
And then turned around, and an hour later, the person, tipped me. And, I had somebody tip me one day and put a note in there saying, hey, I'm sorry, I was a jerk, and I changed the rating to 5 stars.
I've wondered about that. Here's the deal. I always tip like you do.
How do I find out what my rating is?
I don't think there is a way.
Become an Uber driver.
I mean, as a driver, I can tell, if you request, I can tell you what your rating is.
Hold on, you can see
then,
you can see my rating like I can see yours.
Yes.
Okay, and so do you?
And as a driver, I can see my own rating.
Okay.
But as a passenger, I can't see my rating as a passenger.
Hey, Eric, can you refuse? I mean, you don't refuse. I mean, do you personally? Do you not take rides from people that have low stars?
No, because I realize there are so many variables involved.
That's true. I'd like to know.
I had a lady not too long ago that she had a four-star rating overall, and she even told me, she said, I know my rating's horrible, and I
wait, is 4 horrible? Is 4 horrible?
Oh yeah, if 4 means anything below 4 as a passenger, you can be banned from the platform.
What is perfect? 5?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me 5 is perfect and 4 is terrible?
No, 1 star is terrible, but anything below an overall 4-star means you can be banned from the platform. As a driver, if my rating dropped below 4.6, I can be deactivated permanently.
What about a passenger? Can a passenger be banned?
As a passenger, if you drop below 4 stars as a passenger, they can deactivate you from using the service.
All right. Grant. Go ahead,
hey.
Grant.
Hey, that guy had part of the rate cut story right. The mileage pay was cut 20%, but our time pay increased 93%.
Do you think it's good or bad?
I don't think it matters.
Okay, why do you think they did it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Are you a driver?
I am a driver. I compared 2 different rides, one with traffic and one, without traffic, a longer ride.
Yeah.
And the longer ride was less 29 cents on a $20-something ride, and the other one was plus 42 cents on a $9 ride.
All right, if you could hold on, I have a couple questions for you, too. I really do. And Eric, you too. Just very quickly about Uber and Lyft, especially going into the holidays. Simply Floors, Inc. means Simply Savings. Look, if you want to get some floor coverings before the holiday, you're running out of time. But you know what? Buddy Mitchell will meet with you. You make your own appointment. Go to simplyfloorsinc.com and get an appointment. They can do
Take action before these programs change. Call the Special Tax Representation Hotline now at 800-295-1046. 800-295-1046.
Have you ever wanted to refinance your mortgage but didn't want to start a new 30-year loan all over again? Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky for my friends at American Financing, and let me tell you, they can help. When refinancing to eliminate mortgage insurance, lower your rate, or consolidate high-interest debt, you don't have to worry about resetting your loan term, because at American Financing they offer 10, 13, or 18-year loans, really any term you need. It truly is a custom loan. You choose the term based on your budget, and they'll find the most competitive interest rate. It's your mortgage, your way. Plus, with a fixed rate, no matter where interest rates go, yours stays the same. Monthly payments won't increase. It just takes one call to their salary-based mortgage consultants. They'll guide you through options and will customize the right program to achieve your financial goals. They may even be able to get you closed in as fast as 10 days. So get started now. 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Ask Alexa to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio. Then you can hear Capless and Kafer this afternoon at 4.
Getting 630 KHOW from iHeartRadio.
If Denver's talking about it, you'll hear it on 630 KHOW.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Hey, you know, I knew that you heard something from Centeno Schultz. They have a seminar this Monday. They do seminars for groups of people who want to learn all about stem cell therapy. You don't have to make an appointment. You just go to the seminar. So they have one on Monday. Mark your calendars. Call them for details. It's in Broomfield. They also have them from time to time at the Tech Center. They can tell you when the next one is coming up. In fact, wait, the 19th is that one I have. Yes, Monday the 19th is the one I'm telling you about. So if you're interested, give them a call at 303-963-9201. When it comes to stem cells, you can also just make an appointment with them and get an evaluation. And there's no obligation to go forward. And if stem cell isn't a good option, they have other options available because they're MDs and they're a medical clinic. It's not like a chiropractor where they ship in this phony fluid and they try to talk you into it for everything. And it's just a scam. Please, Centeno Schultz is the real deal. 303-963-9201. And I love this website, avoidsurgerytoday.com. Avoidsurgerytoday.com. So let's talk. On Uber and Lyft, I just have a few basic questions. Grant, do you rate people based on how they tip? Yes or no?
Not generally, no.
Oh, come on. Really?
Really.
Okay, now,
really.
do people generally tip?
The caveat to that is if they say, I'll take care of you on the app, or I'll tip you on the app, and then they don't, I'll wait the 24 hours and I'll rate them low for that, just because
now listen,
why throw that out there?
Now listen, Grant, I contend that if you're in a taxi where you're face-to-face and you have to pay at the end and tip at the end, that people are more likely to tip in that scenario than when they get out of the car and there's no face-to-face.
I agree.
It's just like they're anonymous and they say, the hell with him.
But when they launched, they built a platform off the fact that you didn't have to tip, you couldn't tip.
Yeah. Now I want to know this. I want to know this. I want to know what the average tip is like for, let's just say, like, I can't even see tipping $1 or $2 for anything, even if the bill is low. In my opinion, and this is at breakfast or anywhere, I personally don't think a tip under $5 is worth leaving. I don't. Now, do you have people that leave $1?
Oh yeah. That happens. I mean, I would say generally, $2 to $5 is pretty common. I've gotten up to 40, and a lot of times it's nothing. Most of the time it's nothing, I would say.
Okay, so are you generally pleased with how it all works?
Yeah, in general I am.
Okay.
And can I ask, do you track your business expenses to see if it's all worth it in the end?
Yeah, I do. I have another business that I have an accountant that kind of keeps track of everything for me, and it's worth it for me. And I typically do the higher demand times where I'm getting surge pricing, and it's generally more worth it for me. So.
All right. I have to run. So we'll be right back after this.
With Hydroblocks. Here's a startling statistic for you. As much as 85% of home repair expenses come from water damage. Water drainage problems cause expensive damages, health issues, and soggy yards that can't be used. And moist crawl spaces attract rodents and termites.